Hi everyone, what's in my makeup bag? Spring 2022. I've got some old favourites to show you, some new, very cool makeup products, including a very good bronzing duo and a new foundation. As you can tell, I'm not at home. I'm away on a press trip with Elizabeth Arden, and I thought I would take advantage of being in a lovely, quiet hotel room with no dust and no builders and no dog barking or kids screaming, and just film a lovely little video just for YouTube. So I'm about to take all of this off and cross over to the other side of the room because I started off over there and the light was good then, and then I moved over here. It's all very confusing. Just ignore the change in setting and let's get on with the show. If I seem a little bit jaded, that's because I am. I went to bed very late last night, at least 2 hours later than I normally would, and I'm really feeling it today. So I'm hoping that this very simple makeup look is going to fix everything. Hero of this look is this new foundation. It's the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and I really like it. It gives a really nice glow. I'm going to show you now. Giving it a good shake. I'm not actually using a foundation brush because I don't seem to have brought one with me. So excuse the inappropriate tool. Actually works quite well as a foundation brush. Maybe it is a foundation brush. I don't know. What was I going to say about this foundation? Yeah, so the last foundation that I tried from NARS, the last new launch, was a matte one. I think it was called Soft Matte. I hated it. I really, I don't particularly like matte foundations anyway, as a rule, apart from the Dior Forever one and a couple of others, but they're sort of matte, but they're velvety, you know, they've got a really nice sort of luminescence to them. Did not like the soft matte at all. And yeah, this one, very, very pleasant surprise. It's really lightweight, it's very liquidy, if you like that kind of foundation feel, but it's got quite a moisturising finish. Finishing off the skin, I've got a bit of concealer, but I'll put that on afterwards. This is so quick. It's so worth waiting for. I forgot to bring a blusher with me, some bronzer. Now, I really have grown to love this. This is from Vive. It's called the Modern Bronzer, and you get 2 different shades inside. And I find that it's amazing for sort of contouring, but you can also use it as just a normal bronzer as well. So if I take the lighter shade, and this is shade medium, I think. Yeah, so you've got medium 1 and medium 2. So there's a little duo going on. So yeah, you can use this bronzer as an all-over bronze, you know, like with a big brush. And then you've got your slightly deeper bronze. I'm just going to swap brushes to something else. I don't know what I've brought with me here. You can use a slightly deeper one to create that sort of contoured look. I don't go in for the stripe so much as a more like diffused line. So I've got quite a firm brush here. I think this is a Tom Ford one. It's really old now. I don't know whether they still make it. And I'm just taking it slightly underneath the cheekbone. I'll just do it clumsily so you can see. And then buffing it out. Bob's your uncle, fan is your aunt. Let's talk a little bit about this foundation, just going back, because I feel like I didn't really say very much about it at all because my brain's not switched on. It has this quite sort of lightweight texture going on. The finish to it almost feels a little bit glossed, if that makes any sense. So it sort of feels sealed in and sort of, it's not like a dewiness that you would get with a really creamy finish, but you get that good glow. If you have very, very dry skin, it's not sort of the most moisturising foundation. The finish doesn't feel dry or cakey, but it's not specifically moisturising. I feel like the staying power is very good. I applied this yesterday at about 9 in the morning, and I wore it to dinner, and I was up till about midnight, and I felt like it was still there, you know, it hadn't sort of faded away. That's the foundation. We've got the bronzer on over the top. Haven't brought any blusher with me. I've got a bit of a highlighting stick that I've been using a lot recently. This is the Chubby Stick from Clinique, the highlighter. I find it really easy because it's like a lazy person's draw it on and rub it in kind of product. So that's nice. And then I'm going to do my eyes and I'll do the concealer afterwards. Eye makeup wise, look at this that I've got in my makeup bag. This is so old. Oh, it's so bright. No, not that one. It's a really old Chanel palette that I loved when it first came out. Look, it's just got this lovely goldy colour that I like to apply all over the lid like that, which is really awakening. It's the worst what's in my makeup bag ever. Forgotten my blusher. I've got an eye makeup palette that's about 7 years old. I feel like my skin is so dehydrated. It feels really sort of creasy and liney this morning. Let's move. Let's go. Where can we go to? Such a great hotel room. If you haven't watched my hotel room tour, then do. Oh, this is interesting, suddenly seeing my makeup in normal light. Oh, okay. No, that's that's not right. Right, why have I done that? Okay, we're back in the room. Oh, this is much better to see the foundation and the bronzer. So we've got the foundation, the NARS foundation. We've got the Vive bronzer over the top, and I think you can probably tell it looks a lot stronger in this light now. So I probably put a bit too much on because it was too light in there. But having the two tones of the bronzer and blending them together gives this really nice effect, I think. So that's lovely. Potentially slightly too much on this side, but we will just ignore that. And then we've got the Clinique highlighter stick on. Then a little bit of eyeshadow, tiny, from this old eyeshadow palette. I'm going to put a little bit of the darker in the corner and just give that little flick upwards like so. Just sort of lifts my tired eyes. And then I've forgotten the bloody mascara. And I'm supposed to have checked out 20 minutes ago. And now, guess what? The sun's gone in on that side. Couldn't make this up. And now I've gone out of focus. What's going on? Come back to me. Come back to me. Ooh. 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 There I am. Okay. Mascara. I've got the Lash Idol, which I've been using quite a lot recently. I need to order some more of my favourite ever mascara of the last few years, which is the Honest Beauty one, which I'm sure I put in a few videos, and it's got the lash primer and then the mascara that goes over the top. I think it's so good. Just seems to really work for my limp little lashes. By the time this goes up, I probably will have uploaded a little video on trying out false lashes, because I'm going to start, well, I did start doing it and then I sort of lost track. I'm going to start uploading my Instagram videos onto here as well, if they're sort of appropriate, the longer ones. So a bit of mascara. I feel like this one really comes into its own on the second or third coat, which is kind of how I feel about most mascaras, which is why I don't actually mind the extra step with the Honest Beauty one, because I just feel like I put on multiple coats anyway. So And I feel like the primer really bulks out my lashes without making them clumpy. No lipstick, because it's just a cash day. It would be rude not to, wouldn't it? I'm here with Elizabeth Arden. I've got the 8-hour cream. This is what I'm going to use as my lip balm. Do you know that when I first started modelling, so we're talking, it was the year 2000, every single makeup artist had this in their kit and still do. And they used to use it for everything, from doing your brows to like leaving a gloss on the lids to a highlighter, a moisturiser, but mostly for lips. And before they even started doing your makeup, they'd prep your skin, put a slick of this on the lips, and then by the time they'd finished faffing around, which was usually about an hour, maybe sometimes longer, depending on how complicated the eyes were, your lips would be really sort of soft and ready for whatever onslaught was about to happen. Gimme brow on the brows. Although I have to say that recently I have been partial to no brow product at all, apart from a bit of hairspray. I've done a video on Instagram, which may also be on here. Looking a bit more groomed. I'm going to put a bit more colour around my eyes, just because I'm tired, and it will help them look a little bit more defined. So just the goldy, bronzy shades that are a little bit paler. I'm going to take that underneath the lower lash line. I think that the coverage on this foundation is pretty comprehensive. However, yesterday, and a couple of times when I wore this at the beginning of the week, I did feel like my dark circles were darker than they would be with a couple of my other usual foundations. And so I would say the coverage probably is like a light medium. So that's that. That's pretty much it, you know. Bit of dry shampoo in the hair. This is a Sam McKnight one. I use so much bloody dry shampoo. I swear, these tiny bottles of it, I can go through one whole one in one sitting. And when I have my hair shorter, I think I'm going to stick with hair this length for a while, you know, because I actually really like it. I feel like it lends itself to a lot of dry shampoo, and then it's just all a bit sort of choppy and messy. So I've been getting through a lot. Also, I've gone slightly blonder, and I think that makes a difference as well. I feel like I've hit the hair sweet spot at the moment, which I can't normally say. She says that looking completely mad. I can't normally say that about my hair. It normally really annoys me, and I never quite feel like I've got it right or styled it properly. So yeah, some great news for April, isn't it? Right, that's it. That's what's in my springtime makeup bag. It's not very much. You need to add a blusher in because I just forgot to bring that, and an eyeshadow palette that you can actually get hold of. But you know, those kind of bronzy, goldy tones are in everything, so you can easily find something that looks like that. That's it. I shall see you in the next video.